Hello, TCC family. This Sunday, we're going to start our series on race and racism, and it's just as timely as ever. Problems that existed leading up to the killing of George Floyd still remain, whether we're talking about the systemic problems within the structures of our society or simply the perceptions of what the problems are in people's minds and what the potential solutions are. I believe that it's vital for us as Christians to orient ourselves well to what the problems are and to the conversation, because the care of people and the integrity of truth and love weigh in the balance. Now, it would be far too easy for us to bite off more than we can chew in this series and find ourselves in arguments and debates that even seasoned scholars and policymakers find challenging. But it would also be just as easy to treat the subject matter too lightly and provide little help or guidance. So we want to walk with both humility and clarity as we progress through this series. Fortunately and thankfully, the Word of God and the Gospel are not silent on what is actually one of the most pressing and conflict-ridden subjects in human history. So we have four main goals for this series. First, we want to get a big picture view on the subject of race from the Bible and learn how God has purposed to address this perennial problem of conflict and violence between races and nations. Second, we want to provide some historical perspective on how racism in America has affected and continues to affect all of our lives today. Third, we want to examine various ways how the world perceives the problems and proposes solutions, and compare these with a biblical view of justice, providing perspective for Christians on how to think and act. Fourth, we're going to hear from people of color who reflect a variety of backgrounds and who are working in different ways to address racism and its historical and current effects on our society. We hope to broaden and deepen our understanding through these interactions and sharpen our focus and commitment to play our part in doing justice in our world. Now, along with this video, I've posted an outline of the series, noting the various speakers that we're going to feature along the way. Please be praying for all of us who will be preaching and speaking throughout this series. While all of us want to be accurate, truthful, and clear, none of us possess full knowledge of anything and are bound to make some mistakes. Ongoing grace in conversation will be needed. Also, please be praying that God would use this to grow our unity and love for each other as a church, to grow our unity and love with other churches here in the Twin Cities, and grow our love for the world as we seek to fulfill God's calling on our lives as a church here in the Twin Cities. Thank you.